round 19 of the UCI Women's World Tour, the peloton moved to Norway for another team time trial which started in rural Aramark. Teams lined up on the open roads next to the grain fields where they prepared themselves for a 24-kilometre long fight over rolling terrain with a 2k long climb up to the finish in Fortress of Halden. Boels Dolmans had won the team time trial in Sweden a week before and looked for another strong performance.
We have a good TTT in Sweden. Winning TTT with a strong team is always nice, so we hope we can keep that spirit alive today, even though the team is maybe a little bit less experienced in the TTT here in Norway, but yeah, as I said, we are still really hardly motivated to do our best today.
It's kind of same route, rolling hills and stuff, but it's quite fast, and then we finish up with a steep uphill, long at least, so yeah, it's getting the best out of our machines here on the team and then see how we can finish it off. We kind of go with me and Mikke as like more of the machines on the downhill and the flat part going into the hill, saving our climber for the last part to make her ready for the pacing uphill.
It's pretty tough the way out. It's quite climby, and then you've got a little bit of kind of undulating course, and then final climb up to the fortress at the end. So it's going to be I think you have to really ride it wise and use your team in their strong points. Yeah, I think we've got a good chance today, and I think getting on the podium is a good realistic aim, and even winning it. I think we felt pretty good in training, and I think we were riding it well, so at the end of the day we can't compare ourselves to others, and we've got to give it the best ride on the day and see where that puts us.
With the bigger teams starting to warm up on the rollers on the side of the road, the young riders from Team Norway and Team Sweden were the first to roll off the start ramp. The parcours led through open fields and deep forest and past the many lakes that Norway has to offer. The teams never had time though to recover because of strong head and crosswinds. Team Wiggle High 5 took the best time off Team Virtue with another 7 teams left to finish, but knew they were falling short of the best time of the day, instantly overtaken by Wow Deal's Pro Cycling at all split times. Meanwhile, Cervelo Bigler lined up on the start ramp to fight for another podium at a UCI Women's World Tour team time trial. They were the first of the favourites to start and immediately set new best times at all checkpoints. When finishing, the Danish team were 12 seconds faster than Wow Deal's.
Sprint to the line, led home by 44, Koppenborg.
Next up to the last climb of the day was Team Sunweb. The world champion of the discipline was supposed to be the benchmark today and proved they could handle the pressure best. With Mackay and Kirkman dropped before the final climb, it was up to Lippert, Winder, Riviera and Brand, who stopped the clock after 29 minutes and 53 seconds. Now the waiting really started, with 3 more teams to finish. Kenyan SRAM entered the final climb 13 seconds ahead of Cervelo Bigler, however lost the podium to the Danish team by just 2 seconds. It was already clear that Mitchelton Scott would be faster and the only ones that could fight against Sunweb for the victory. But in the end, the Australian team had to settle for second, 37 seconds behind Team Sunweb. It was only Boels Dolmans left on the road, but already before the final climb the Dutch team was far too behind and finally finished 6th.
After Vagarda we were also proud. Actually we did a really good race there, so we were not disappointed or something, but winning is always much better of course, so we are very happy with this victory. It was also really hard, especially the start was mostly going up, but all the time the small dips going down was super fast, so I suffered from start till finish, and I think the whole team did, but if you then win, then it also was very worth it, of course.
Yeah, it was crazy hard, and unfortunately we lost. We were in 4 girls too early, but it was an incredible team performance. Like everybody gave their all, and we were like so finished. Like we couldn't stand on our legs, so we gave it really our all, and I think we can be proud today.
Yeah, it was quite difficult. A couple of days ago it was mostly tailwind on the course. Today the complete opposite. We had a lot of headwind in the start, so it was really hard actually sort of those first 6 or 7 kilometres before we turned more into the crosswind. I was certainly in the red in that section, and I think everyone was suffering, and then it was really fast once we sort of were coming into town, and then that last climb up to the fortress here was brutal, and it was just kind of seeing stars and suffering and just getting yourself to the top.
Wildales Pro Cycling had a good run with their best finish of the season so far, finishing in 5th. The Belgian team Lotto Soudal also surprised with a good team time trial, finishing 10th. Anna van der Breggen remains overall leader of the UCI Women's World Tour classifications, but with second place in Halden, Annemiek van Vleuten moves closer to her compatriot. She could take over the purple jersey on Sunday at the end of the Ladies' Tour of Norway. Although she didn't ride the team time trial, 20-year-old Sofia Bertizzolo also retains her lead in the young rider classification.